Hey, everybody. Um, Please excuse the appearance. It's a little spring break facial hair. I'll probably be gone by the time I see you next week. So, I know that you just finished reading a fairly lengthy email from me. But I know that times like this, it can be a little bit unsettling when you see a lot of words and you don't see a person. So I thought maybe I would try to record some of these thoughts just to add the personal touch because I think that's what we all need right now. Um, this is something that I don't think any of us ever would have anticipated when we first got into the profession of education. And we're now dealing with something that is uncharted territory. We've never been here before, and we're going to have some bumps in the road, but we are going to work with each other to get through it. It's critical now, and as I said in the email, that we work with our kids, and we've got some time to get ready for that. But it's important that we talk with them, we make connections with them. We don't worry so much about content and curriculum. We worry about care and connection and compassion. And in fact, that's what we're already very, very good at. So I appreciate that. I think when we look at this, we're in a pretty good place because we do the things that matter the most extremely well. And I want you to know that while I'm not looking forward to this, I think we couldn't be in with doing it with better people. Um, it's going to be very challenging, and I want you to know that there's not huge expectations of things being done quickly or perfectly. You're going to get some support from us and from learning services and tech services and some other people to try to help you with. The ministry is going to also provide some information and resources. Um, but it is critical that we spend most of our time, especially early, just connecting with our families and making sure that they are okay. Um, Interestingly, this spring break has been really weird. Um, None of us got to travel. We didn't get really a lot of time to socialize. I couldn't play golf. I couldn't watch sports on TV, and I'm sure that all of you were feeling the same way. It was something that we'll remember for a long, long time. Interestingly, last night I got a phone call from my mom, and she talked a little bit about and she's doing okay. She's lonely like the rest of us. Her routines are interrupted like the rest of us. What she said to me was that, more than anything, I just want a hug. When are we going to be able to do that again? And it was a tough question because I know what she feels. I'm feeling the same way. And I'm sure many of you are feeling the same way. And I know that many of our students are feeling the same way. The only thing I could tell her, and what I would hope that you can tell the students that you will be connecting with, is that humans are social beings. And we crave those connections. And while they're going to be different for the next little while, once it's safe, we'll go back to that stuff, and maybe next time when we can do it again, we'll appreciate it even more. So that's something that we will help each other with, and we will help our students with. Things will return to normal eventually, and we'll try to support each other getting there and appreciate it when it returns to normal. We are absolutely living history right now, and so one of the things I might suggest that you consider for yourselves, for your family, and ultimately for the students that you're going to be working with, is that you keep some kind of a journal. It's important. This is a learning experience for everybody, and it's important that we sort of take some time to think, to ask ourselves some questions, and to maybe document some of what we're experiencing. Doc- Events like this don't happen frequently, and we do need to be recording some of this stuff for our own learning and for the learning of our students. It can take a variety of forms. It could be a video log, it could be a journal, it could be self-reflections that can take a variety of forms. But I think we all need to ask ourselves some very important questions, and our kids too. How are you doing? What is happening? Why do we think this is occurring? What do we anticipate next? What questions do you have? What are you concerned about? And probably most important is, what are you thankful for? I think all of these kinds of questions need to be asked of ourselves and of our students, and then we can learn from and reflect upon and maybe even get some answers moving forward. And I encourage you to do that for yourselves, for your families, and hopefully for our kids starting next week. It's going to be bumpy, it's going to be challenging, but I know that we are up to the challenge and that we will be supporting you and our students in this endeavor. As stated before, we are already excellent at showing care and connection and compassion. And I'm very grateful to be working with people like yourselves as we continue to support each other moving forward. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I also want you to have a nice weekend. I don't want you to do any work over the weekend. I don't want you to be planning lessons. I don't want you to do any of that stuff. I just want you to breathe. Just take it easy, breathe, and know that you will have time and support in getting stuff prepared next week. It's going to be challenging, but we will do this together and we will do it right. I want to thank you again for all that you do for our community and our students. And I want you to know that we are very much looking forward to connecting with several of you next week. So stay safe, wash your hands, and enjoy the weekend. We'll talk next week, and it's time for me to go shave. Take care.